Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to stay in the mid-Michigan area right now. We're going to spend a little bit of time with Sean Cervantes. He is the Business Development and Growth Officer at LAFCU, LAFCU.
LAFCU.
Sean, it's good to have you on. How you doing, bud?
Hey, thanks for having me again, Chris. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Well, we have you on all the time because it's a great company and it is also really socially conscious of our area. And so that brings me to you've got an event called Grassroots Giving Lansing. Tell me about that. What is that?
So we have it's a entrepreneur mixer series. It's actually a 4-part series that we do. The next one's coming up in partnership with Grassroots Giving Lansing, who's a local nonprofit. They help business owners start out or know where to go. So we partnered with them, and we're doing like I said, a 4-part series over different subjects. February 21st is going to be about lending, particularly.
Well, and I would guess that's a great place for you guys to go because companies grow. They usually keep their financing, with the same bank, same credit union, same whoever started with them, right? So what prompted you guys to do this?
A lot of it was looking at the community that we serve and the places that we're at. And, being in that community so much, you start to hear a lot of great ideas in the community and business owners that want to start a business, but very often they don't know where to start. And it's like, well, just come in and talk, and getting everybody together to kind of talk about where to start and how to get going and what options you might have was the idea, instead of just inviting everybody in individually.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. So let's talk about early stage business owners and what are some of the obstacles, the common, challenges that they face?
Well, a lot of it comes down to they don't know exactly. They have this great idea. That's what they know. That's what they know best. They don't know how to start that, or where to go, or what questions to answer, or what kind of capital that they can gain to get that business going. And that's exactly what we find a lot in our community. There's a lot of great entrepreneurs out there that are looking for a place to start, and we're trying to give them that opportunity.
It's pretty amazing when I see these startups. You're absolutely right, and a lot of them with just the idea, if they get help, they actually sustain. A lot of times, the good idea is not going to get you through. You've got to have
Right. There's a lot more to it.
Oh boy. So let's talk about SBA lending, which I know you guys do, credit readiness, that sort of thing, because a lot of these companies, they complain about access to capital, but they really don't know how to go get it.
Right. And SBA is a very good option for a lot of people. Not a lot of credit unions or banks are doing it, but it's more geared towards somebody who's starting out, and we want to show them the correct path to get this type of loan that's essentially backed by the government. I mean, not 100%, but the government's really looking for these kind of opportunities.
Well,
But
the other
a
thing
lot of the
about
entrepreneurs, go ahead.
the other thing about SBA that's really good is they hedge the risk in the loan. So
Exactly.
the credit union that steps out doesn't get left out there with just collateral of a collapsed company if all goes wrong.
Right. And there's a lot, when you're applying for that, there's a lot of things that you might need that you don't know, and that could deter you from even applying for something like that. And that was kind of the idea of getting everyone together and kind of giving them the options, so they can weigh it out and they can see for themselves. Okay, well, maybe SBA doesn't work for me, but we have grants that we can apply for. So we have members from the community that are coming in to kind of talk about that as well. So it should be an outstanding event.
So, Sean, this is a 4-part series. Does each one of them take them to the next step?
Yeah, it was really kind of the idea that Grassroots Giving Lansing and LAFCU had, was that we would kind of take you from, quarterly from the beginning. The last one we did was about personal finance and getting yourself ready to, apply for business loans, or if you're ready, and what you'll need as far as getting started. Now it's going to be about lending, and now we're taking it to that next level. The next series is going to be about marketing. Now that your business is open, now that you got the money, here's some people who have done great marketing. Here's some insight from insiders specializing in that. And then the last one is, now we're here, you're open, you're ready to go, you're marketing. Let's protect you. Here's the security behind what you need to know as far as have your business open. So, we want to take you from beginning to end,
No, and obviously that's what makes this whole thing so important in building a stronger, more inclusive entrepreneurial ecosystem here, is if you can see them through, not just get started, but as their financing organ, you also will keep an eye on them.
Right. Absolutely.
All right. Well, listen, Sean, thanks for the good work you do, and always for the great work you folks do out there at LAFCU. Sean Cervantes, he's the Business Development and Growth Officer at LAFCU here in Lansing, Michigan. Hey, keep up the good work, bud.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Good to have you on.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.